each other. That's the pros. They'll put the heat on each other to make sure that one another get the job done. So we're not taking a break. If you're back home, we're going to stay with this action because we've got cars coming out. Aiden Christensen in the 24, Jaden Johnson in the 8. This is the Bandolero Outlaw feature. Emma Britt, the 38. It will not be the typical red and white car that you see Emma in when it comes out. Allison Johnson will be in the 15. Cohen Heinz, the 88 from Wisconsin. Wyatt Dent from Colorado in the 68. TJ Moon, Taylorsville, North Carolina, in the 9. Killian McCann in the 2M. Bryson Brinkley, the 24B. Owen Zacharias in the 35. Another set of names for you here in the Bandolero Outlaw Feature 1. That was the first 10 cars in the starting lineup. We'll look for the cars behind this. Lincoln Johnson, the 000. Atlee Weiss, the 78. Cullen O'Connor, the 33. Daniel Vandenberg in the 97. Sarah Witzel will turn the wheel in the 21. Carter Erickson, the 8. Mandy Lee, the 41. Lily Wynot, the 2. Ben Morabito in the 17. Darrell Krantz Jr. in the 31. A couple of New Yorkers hanging out in the 10th row there. And 10 rows is what it's going to be. So the Bandos coming out onto the racetrack. Bandolero Outlaws, their feature. Going green flag racing when they make their way around. And we sure are. They come up through the gears. Aiden Christensen on the inside, the 24. Jaden Johnson to the outside. Christensen and Johnson as they come out of corner number 2 into 3. Still side by side, door to door. And this is only lap 1 of the Bandolero Outlaws. The Outlaws putting on a show on the outside. Johnson noses ahead. Johnson in front. Johnson in front. You got to make sure you're wearing the right helmet, Tim. As Johnson is the leader, Christensen second, and now that is Emma Britt back there in third. I told you it wasn't a regular car. Oh, one slowing just a second or so. That was the 15 machine, Allison Johnson. And she's got company TJ Moon in the 9, that blue number 9 on the inside, getting past Johnson and bringing the 2 along with him.
And that's the 2 of Killian McMahon on the inside. That's a battle for about 6th place or so as they continue on. TJ Moon getting a little closer. Yellow flag is out on the speedway. And it's the 2 of Lily Wynot in turn number 2 that will bring out the yellow.
Way back there. I don't bet our camera guys didn't get a shot of that. It looked like a one-car spin, and we've pretty much all seen that. Jaden Johnson up in front. Toward second is Emma Britt. I think there is a car between the two. They have a...
So there's the 9 of TJ Moon on your screen. Moon is currently sitting in 1, 2, 3, 4, if I could count Lenny, position number 6 on the racetrack as we continue to work around under the yellow flag. And as you mentioned, I believe there's a transponder or 2 that may not be picking up. I think Aiden Christensen might be scored a lap down here.
68 in front of the 78.
Maybe so, yeah. I think that's it, because Christensen's not showing, even though, I know when we show him up front, he is there. So that is one of the discrepancies, and maybe all of the discrepancies in just one driver. 24 machine. Nice-looking race car there.
What did you call him yesterday?
The gangster, the little gangster, Bryson Brinkley. That's my bud out there from Sanford, North Carolina. His brother, Blaze Brinkley, we used to call the Eastern Storm, as they would come in on the winds from the east and end up over at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Okay.
But the little gangster there inside of row 3 looking to make some business, hustle his way up towards the front even more.
As the field rounds into corners number 3 and 4, the 8 of Johnson, your leader, Christensen to the outside. Oh, boy, one in the wall. Morabito, I think that is, may have got the wall at a turn number 4.
Wow, and that's not like him. Runs at Riverhead and such. A lot of experience there in that car. Something might have just let go.
Looked like went a little wide compared to the rest of his peers. As John Kelly will go over and have a conversation with Ben Morabito.
8, come. I'm going to take him in off the X off 4 or what? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, he's coming up out of the car. Does not look like he's happy.
No, he does not. But good news, he is out of the car.
8 goes through the X right there. Go through the X right there and go up the back.
Maybe we'll get see a look. Maybe it wasn't all mechanical. Might have had some assistance from somebody. Being as upset as he is, that seems more likely.
We will see momentarily what happened there. And we saw it live. And we'll see it one more time here. And this was the same shot we saw right there, just out of the groove, at least at that point when it comes into frame. Keep your eye like the 7th car right there. At that,
yeah, he's way up out of the groove.
And there's nobody directly behind him. So it almost looks like something either broke or went wide or something to put that one up against the wall.
Yeah, it definitely didn't try to turn like the rest of them, that's for sure.
8E in front of the 000. 8E in front of the 000.
Well, that was the lineup. Hey, how about the overall event stand? 37 entries. We've increased the amount of entries, and you're in 8th.
Wow, they looks like we have 2 of our U.S. Legend Car TV personalities up here in the top 10. So doing well today for them. 37 total entries, and you could be a part of this all week long. Week-long prizes as well as daily prizes as well. The folks at Pit Pay have a swag bag. I believe daily they're putting up. So there's all kinds of different things that you can win, but you can't win if you're not in, and you can do so with your My Race Pass app and your membership. You'll be able to be a part of this. Is this the week long?
Must be the week long. Yeah, Duggan is 6th, and you're in 7th.
Well, sometimes you got to let him have a little bit of a lead, right? We're letting Matthew.
That's just
Tucker
rope-a-dope like Ali used to do when he was fighting.
We got the long run set up in, Lenny. Come on now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now this is you're here for Friday, not Tuesday.
8E, 33, drag your feet. 33, drag your feet. 33, drag your feet.
Look at that.
Look at that.
000, roll off. 21, 41, roll off.
Halloween's not around the corner, but could be a nightmare for anybody near that 21 car.
That's
Ooh,
I am not up on my characters like I should. That looks like a ghost and a black cat, and somebody is going to tell us who that is on the front of that car. Great work by the Dylan Spain crew by the looks of it, as the 21 of Weitzel will fire from about 15th place or so. Field is doubled up. As we get ready to come back to green, it is Jaden Johnson leading, Aiden Christensen, and Emma Britt, your top 3. Green flag flies, and we are back underway.
Owen Hensey outside of row number 2 and 4th. And I think Hensey got around Emma Britt. Yep.
Yeah, Hensey did.
Trying to take a look and get second, but he can't figure out who's in second to get it from, as they're almost side by side up front.
Christensen in the number 24, currently in the runner-up position to car number 8 at Jaden Johnson. Oh, TJ Moon sideways.
Oh, that's not good.
Owen Zacharias and Bryson Brinkley around, along with TJ Moon, to bring the yellow flag out. And that could have been a lot bigger than it was, Lenny, because that happened right in the middle of this pack.
Yeah, right in the middle of it. I was thinking this one, we're going to see somebody monster truck over one of those cars, but nobody did. And other than Brinkley still stopped, I think the other two, Zacharias and Moon, were able to motor on.
So it looks like we'll need maybe a little push from John Kelly.
I think that's what the Brinkleys are ordered. Oh, we've got some replays, it sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like we do. Let's take a look. So the 24 and the 9 right there, right on your screen, the blue number 9. And, ooh, McMahon gets right by that. No contact for Zacharias, it doesn't look like.
No, great move by Zacharias. I mean, he spins and such, but he was headed towards them and yanked on the wheel and got away. Looked like they were just barely Nerf bar to Nerf bar, kind of hooked each other. Not like there was a lot of evil intention in that. They just kind of came together in the same spot, and that hook probably felt really bad for each of them. Zacharias, amazing cut to miss all of that.
If Zacharias keeps that straight, he's into one of those cars.
Yeah, into one of them hard, too. There he is. He gets on the binders, cuts even more, because he was just slightly turning down. He had to really yank that wheel. And that's some good good reaction there to miss Bryson Brinkley.
No contact.
Wow.
Wow. One more look at it from turn number 1.
Brinkley pushed. When he went through that corner, it looked like the car, the front end just kind of danced a little bit. Look at that.
9.
He's trying to get it turned. You could see the wheel turning, but the body kind of just drifting out. The front wheels weren't really tacking into the track.
Great move by Johnson to get around as well. And the 2M of McMahon. Couple of close calls for some of those drivers as the field works by the front straightaway. Still plenty of racing to come here. We have the Young Lions, the Semi-Pros, and the Bandits still to come after the Outlaws. So still plenty of racing to get accomplished here on day number 2. If you're watching us on USLegendCars.tv or if you're here in the grandstands, we are back at it tomorrow afternoon. Would anticipate, Lenny, we had a start time of about 1 o'clock today. I would assume with the same amount of cars and running through practice, unless we have any issues or hiccups, probably around the same time tomorrow, I would think.
Yeah, I would think so. I want to give you an update. While you're in your highest temperature of the day, 76, your home is now down at 28.
We actually did have one of our viewers send in a photo. I don't know if Tony got it loaded yet, but we do have pictures of snow to show you later.
Oh my!
Yes, it'll be up later. We tell you. We do have a lot of fans from up north, from Canada, from Minnesota, from New England. We want to welcome them in. Don't look outside. Make sure your heater's turned up. And just pretend you're sitting by a palm tree and you're watching some racing with us. Let's get back to it. Jaden Johnson and Aiden Christensen on the front row. Green flag flies, and we're back underway.
Johnson in the white car, the Wisconsin driver, goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Christensen trying to keep the speed on the outside. He is there. These two are virtually equal. Johnson on the inside of the white car with the lead.
Christensen holding the outside, and Henze right behind, and in car number 88 doing a great job holding on to position number 3. McMahon there as well. The Outlaws are putting on a show. They mean business as they come by this time to complete lap number 9.
Johnson extends the lead coming out of 4. Henze moves into a solid second. Now a race for 4th or 3rd between two cars. The 2 on the inside, Killian McMahon.
McMahon to the inside of Christensen. Christensen trying to find a spot on the inside, but may not find it because here comes Emma Britt in that number 38. As Christensen found a spot on the front straightaway to get to that inside line into 4th.
Yeah, Emma is there nose to tail. She's really as close to 2nd as she is back in 5th. So any of these 4 could be the runner-up right now. Britt goes to the inside to try to take over the 4th place from Christensen.
Christensen trying to get that thing down to the low side. Looked like he had a little bit of a push at a turn number 4. Couldn't keep that thing down to the bottom. Britt will take position number 4. Johnson right in behind now as well, as your leaders begin to put some distance in between themselves, as it's the 8 of Jaden Johnson up in front and no pressure from behind.
You think the heat in the track and some of that extra speedy drive that we have today might be getting on some of the tires?
Boy.
Oh, we got one spun. Look at that.
That's Hensey from position at number 2 or 3, I believe, and trying to get it in the right direction, but not before the yellow.
Yeah, it was going to be close, and you got to throw it with enough time for them to hit the brakes before they hit the car that was turning, trying to keep moving.
Single file, everyone.
And that was right in front of the field. That was another one of those Bandolero spins. So we saw one yesterday where out of the high groove and across traffic into the infield.
Yeah.
A couple of drivers had to make some evasive action to get by, but the caution flag will fly, and we'll have 7 laps to go.
Johnson really looks good up front, but Killian McMahon all of a sudden has shown strength, and Emma Britt has clawed her way up from somewhere in the bottom half of the top 10, now sitting there on a podium position.
So we'll take a look at the replay, I do believe, here.
Oh, you got a replay for
We
us?
do.
So the car in third is the one that spins, and we're looking a little further back, that kind of brownish gray, the green numbered car on the left of the screen.
68 in front of the 9.
Oh,
Just out of the groove right there. Yeah.
And a little tickety-tack to the wall. That
One
what you
more
were
look.
seeing, Tim?
Slow it down for me,
Right in the
guys.
groove,
Slow it
right there
down,
in the middle of the
Heath.
corner.
Slow it down.
Yeah.
And maybe
down.
trying to see that wall coming and trying to get it out of the wall, per se, and just lost the back end of it as Hensey goes around from the runner-up position.
Yeah, out of the groove, and then it just never got grooving for him. Probably a little bit of a shelf way up there, right in the orange that we just saw get out of the frame before the white, and now this orange. Car would change weight. There's TJ Moon. I think Moon is just following that 68 right around.
Yeah, the 9 of TJ Moon was involved in one of our recent cautions and has already made the move up to 7th place, 8th place right now as they pace down the back straightaway.
Lights out,
7
coming to green
laps.
next
How
time by.
far could he
Lights out,
go?
coming to green
Can he
next
make it
time
up
out.
to
Lights
at
up.
least a podium run?
I think he's got
five?
at least a top 5 in the back pocket. Now, before we go green, we're going to go green next time by. I do want to put a mental image into your head, Lenny.
Okay.
I did get a message. We were talking about snow. I got a message from Keith McIntosh. He said it's going to be 50 degrees on Thursday in Moncton. The Speedo is coming out. So if you were in Moncton, I would suggest you hide your eyes.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
could be way too much of a visual, even just trying to see it. But we're going to see green flag racing with Johnson in front, McMahon and Britt, and then Johnson again. Down into corner number 1, it's Johnson in front.
And we'll see what McMahon can do now from position number 2. McMahon's kind of been hanging out in the top 5, Lenny, but now an opportunity to see that lead. And right now, see the lead pull away a little bit off of corner number 4. So we got a battle in the middle of the pack here. That's Vandenberg in the 97, Zacharias in the 35 as they go at it.
Yeah, one of the freight auctions cars looked like it may have just touched the wall and got out of the groove. The groove for the leader, though, down into corner number 2. 5 laps to go. Johnson in front. South Carolina driver McMahon in second. Georgia driver Britt in third. Followed by, I believe that is Christensen. Yep, in fourth.
Christensen in the 24 is the battle here for the runner-up position. And Mandy Lee's around in turn number 4. Yellow flag will fly for the Dion Signs Dominion Lending Center's number 41.
Are those chrome wheels? They're silver for sure.
The chrome is a New Brunswick thing.
Okay.
There is a lot of race cars, period, with chrome in the province of New Brunswick.
Is that something that somebody started? What's the trend?
I don't know who started it. I can tell you that it's not Lonnie Somerville, but I'm pretty sure Mandy's counterpart on the race team does not have chrome rims on the Pro Late model. But there, I would say per capita, there's probably more chrome rims in that area.
41 right there.
We're going to see the end of this one.
Right there.
Take a look at the replay as the 41 finds a spot on the line. Look for, oh, right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, going to the outside in 3, up there kind of high, and then down low. Maybe the thing just kind of pushed up.
And watch
just to the left, or maybe got a little bit of help from the car behind. I think that was on their own. I think the 41 did that reasonably on their own.
You see Lincoln Johnson have to make an evasive move to get by.
Lights out, coming to green, lights out, coming to green, lights out.
You don't really anticipate a car in the middle of the racetrack coming off the corner.
No. Not at that angle. So Johnson, McMahon, Britt, and Johnson coming to green, 4 laps to go when they throw the silks. And they're coming out of corner number 4 to the aforementioned starter.
And they pilot down into corner number 1, top 3, nose to tail. Here comes Christensen to the inside of Britt as they'll go wheel to wheel for position number 3. Johnson looking on from behind, McMahon in second. But it's Jaden Johnson up in front and continuing to build the lead with 3 to go.
Emma Britt drops back to 4th as the Christensen machine moves up to 3rd. Johnson in front, McMahon second. 2 white cars up front. They've got company. That 24 is still hustling, trying to get into the runner-up position.
And that is what they're battling for right now, as the 8 of Jaden Johnson has built an advantage back to the runner-up position. The white flag will come out this time by for Jaden Johnson. Final lap around. Looking smooth up in front, the Wisconsin driver looking to put another one in the back pocket. Down the back straightaway for the final time on Tuesday afternoon in the Bandolero Outlaws, and it's going to be Jaden Johnson taking away the checkered flag. Johnson, McMahon, and Christensen, your top 3. I'll go down trackside and chat with the winner.
Wow, congrats to Jaden Johnson, Gillian McMahon, and the field behind them. So we're going to go down and chat with Tim Terry in Victory Lane to get his photo taken. Jaden Johnson, Wisconsin-based driver in this number 8. I'm going to do a nice stop right there. Another big moment for him. We'll get our videographer down into position.